Alright, this video has been a long time coming. I got the AntMiner S7 batch 1 going right now. And basically, the reason it took so long, I had to get this. This is a 250 watt outlet. And you can see I have this APW 3 1600 watt power supply. It's on, it's running. The AntMiner is charging up. It's gonna get a little louder than this. So while before that happens, I want to do some videos. So I have my guy run this 250 watt dedicated cable right to my box. It's even got a dedicated breaker. So we're not fooling around. Directly to the main. This is 120 watts. I have the Wi-Fi because I'm not interested in wiring at this moment. My basement is unfinished, so I'll save the wiring for another day. But I have just a little 802.11 AC bridge right here. Link in the description. It's gonna start that up. So get that going too. And pretty much, this is the first boot up, by the way. Literally, we had some hiccups with voltage concerns. This, we had initially just had one of those regular PSU cables. This is rated 16A, 300 watt, heavy gauge. You know, the heat, this is super thick. The heat alone is, it definitely can handle it. As you can see, I got a rinky-dink table here. I'm gonna get like a better table, but it definitely suits my needs, as you can see. So I definitely have the dedicated 120 right here for the router, for the bridge, and then I have a dedicated 250 watt 250 volts dedicated power outlet directly to the breaker. We're not messing around with electricity. It's the US. Anybody wants to know, it's 4 cents a watt here, so it's pretty cheap. I live in the woods. So it's going, the AntMiner actually, I wonder if this is as loud as it's gonna be. Like, this isn't that loud. Like, this is the sound you're hearing is coming from the PSU. So that's the sound, and this is the sound from the AntMiner. So it hasn't really switched on yet. I could feel the heat coming off of right here. It's going this way, being sucked in, that way going this way, which, you know, for this table, for everything the way it's set up, I think it works for me. I actually don't mind the table at all. So I might just keep the table. This is some sort of like poly resin glass. It's not really glass, it's something weird, but it will shatter though. So the problem was I had a first 120 watt outlet in here. I told my electrician I need 200 volts minimum dedicated circuit to the main and everything, and he just was like, oh, what you really want is just a dedicated circuit to 120. Like, no, because nobody in the US uses 205 plus volts of electricity on any appliance unless it's a washer or a dryer. So he didn't quite understand, so we had him come back out and throw this 250 volt outlet and this cable right here, link in the description as well. So had to do that, just finished that today. I'm going to be setting up the AntMiner on the Ant pool very soon, and my router is way over there. I have the Apple Airport Extreme time capsule 802.11 AC, so connecting to this bridge by Western Digital 802.11 AC bridge. So you got to have the AC on both ends for it to connect. So I really wonder if this is the AntMiner is going to be as loud as this, which I doubt. If it is, then that's awesome. It's definitely running. It's getting even hotter. I have an ambient temperature thing upstairs, but I don't have it down here yet. But I'm gonna put it up and see how hot this thing gets. Right here, this is just a voltage checker. It just checks the voltage because I wanted to confirm. This guy was like, you know, you definitely have what you wanted. I'm like, no, I don't. I checked the voltage coming out of my outlet from the previous one he put in. It was 120. I checked this now earlier when he was putting it in. It was 240 plus volts. So this outlet is rated for 250 max. AntMiner 250 max voltage, minimum 205 volts to run this beast. If no lights come on, you do not have enough voltage. Nothing will happen except for this will start. I like the clean setup. APW 1600 power watt supply. It's clean, it's efficient, and it gets the job done. And you know, this basement, no cobwebs. I try to keep it pretty clean, pretty high off the ground. There is a humidifier it's gonna be set up on this table, and everything's gonna be on here on the table pretty neatly. We just got this done. I'm excited to connect it to the network and start hashing some code and getting some Bitcoin before the block halves. And right now it's first week in November, second week in November. So I definitely want to get this puppy up and running. I got to connect this bad boy, make sure my router is reading this from such a far distance, which I think it should. All right, so stay tuned for the part 3 of this AntMiner S7 review.